Most men are sleepwalking through life, wasting their days on distractions that leave them weak, unfulfilled, and irrelevant. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, didn't have that luxury. He built an empire and an unshakable mind through a daily routine that demanded discipline, focus, and relentless self-mastery. If you're tired of feeling like a spectator in your own life, it's time to learn how to live like a man who ruled the world. Let's get one thing straight. Society doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't reward weakness, indecision, or laziness. Marcus Aurelius knew this. He didn't inherit a perfect empire. He inherited chaos, war, and corruption. Yet he thrived because he had a system, a daily routine that forged his mind, body, and character into an unbreakable force. This isn't about becoming a Roman emperor. It's about becoming the kind of man who can face adversity with calm, lead with integrity, and build a life of purpose. If you're ready to stop wasting your potential and start living with intention, this is how you do it. 1. Start your day with intentionality, not reaction. Imagine waking up and instead of mindlessly grabbing your phone, you take a deep breath, feeling the cool morning air fill your lungs. You stretch, not just to shake off sleep, but to embrace the new day with clarity. Marcus Aurelius didn't wake up to a barrage of notifications, an endless scroll of other people's thoughts, or an inbox demanding his attention. He rose with purpose. In Meditations, he reminds us, when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. That first hour after waking isn't just time, it's your foundation. Will you build it with intention, or let distractions chip away at it before you've even begun? Before the world pulls you in 1,000 directions, take 10 minutes to reclaim your mind. Sit in silence, journal, meditate, or simply ask yourself, what truly matters today? What obstacles will I face? How will I respond, not react to them? Because life isn't passive, it's a battle. A battle for your focus, your energy, your peace of mind. And if you don't arm yourself first thing in the morning, the world will do it for you. It will hand you stress before you've had your first sip of coffee, anxiety before you've even stepped out the door. But when you begin with intention, you shift from being at the mercy of the day to being its master. The choice is yours, choose you said. Train your body like a warrior. Marcus didn't have the luxury of idleness or the excuse of a sedentary life. He was a leader, a soldier, a man who understood that the battlefield, both in war and in life, demands resilience, not fragility. He trained not to sculpt his body for admiration, but to forge it into an unbreakable fortress. He knew that a weak body breeds a weak mind, and weakness is a slow, silent enemy that creeps in when discipline fades. You don't need to wield a sword or march into battle, but you do need to move, lift heavy, run until your lungs burn, swim against the current, strike, grapple, endure. Push yourself beyond comfort, beyond the limits your mind desperately tries to impose. Every drop of sweat, every aching muscle, every breath stolen by exhaustion is a down payment on a mind that refuses to break. Physical discipline isn't just about aesthetics. It's about survival. It's about standing tall when life tries to grind you down, about carrying burdens, both seen and unseen, without collapsing. When your body is powerful, your mind becomes impenetrable. So ask yourself, will you build a fortress or let yourself wither? The choice is yours. 3. Practice Stoic reflection daily. Marcus Aurelius didn't merely study Stoic philosophy. He embodied it, weaving its principles into the fabric of his existence. Every night, after the weight of the day had settled, he turned inward, examining his actions with brutal honesty. He didn't seek comfort in self-praise or excuses. He sought growth. Did I uphold virtue in my choices today? Or did I let frustration, fear, or ego dictate my behavior? Did I focus on what truly matters, or was I distracted by fleeting concerns? These weren't just idle thoughts. They were a relentless pursuit of self-mastery. This kind of reflection isn't about self-criticism. It's about clarity. It's about stripping away illusion and seeing yourself as you truly are, flaws and all. Take just 10 minutes at the end of your day to journal. Write down what went well, what didn't, and where you faltered. Be brutally honest. Did you lose your temper in traffic? Did you let procrastination steal an hour you'll never get back? Did you show kindness when it was difficult? This practice forces you to confront your weaknesses, but more importantly, it empowers you to improve. At first, it might feel uncomfortable, like holding up a mirror to see every imperfection. But over time, something remarkable happens. You begin to sharpen yourself day by day, decision by decision. You cultivate discipline. You develop resilience. You stop being a passive participant in your own life and become a man of unwavering integrity and purpose. And in a world full of distractions and fleeting pleasures, what could be more powerful than that? 4. Focus on what you can control. One of the fundamental tenets of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, the recognition that some things are within our power while others are not. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest philosophers and rulers, captured this truth when he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Yet, how often do we surrender that power? Most men waste immeasurable time and energy agonizing over things they can't change. Other people's opinions, past mistakes, uncertain futures, or the unpredictable chaos of the world. But what does this accomplish? Nothing but frustration, anxiety, and a sense of helplessness. Imagine a man obsessing over a conversation that went wrong, replaying it endlessly in his mind, wishing he had said something different. Or another consumed with rage over an unfair decision at work, allowing his resentment to poison his days. These reactions don't alter reality. They only drain energy and cloud judgment. Instead, the wise man turns his focus inward. He recognizes that while he cannot dictate how others behave, he can control his own actions, his response, and his resilience. He understands that while he cannot rewrite the past, he can learn from it. And while the future remains uncertain, he can prepare with discipline and determination. When you relinquish the need to control the uncontrollable, you gain something far greater: freedom. Your mental energy is no longer shackled to futile worries, but redirected toward meaningful action. Your attitude becomes one of quiet strength rather than restless frustration. Your effort, rather than scattered in a dozen unproductive directions, becomes precise, effective, and unstoppable. This is the path to true power, not over the world but over yourself. Embrace discomfort and adversity. Marcus Aurelius didn't merely endure hardship, he welcomed it as a crucible for transformation. He understood that adversity wasn't an obstacle but a necessary teacher, sharpening the mind and fortifying the soul. In Meditations, he famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." These are not just words. They are a battle cry against the human tendency to seek comfort at the expense of growth. If you want to cultivate an unshakable mind, you must stop retreating from discomfort. Instead, lean into it. Take that freezing cold shower that makes your breath hitch in your chest. Skip a meal and feel the pangs of hunger gnaw at your willpower. Push your body through one more grueling set at the gym when every fiber in you screams to stop. Engage in that difficult conversation you've been dreading instead of burying it beneath silence. These moments, these voluntary struggles, are where resilience is forged. Comfort is a seductive trap, lulling us into stagnation. But look at history. Who has ever achieved greatness by taking the easy road? The most resilient minds, from warriors to entrepreneurs, have been shaped by adversity. The storm does not break the oak. It strengthens its roots. Seek out discomfort deliberately, not because suffering is virtuous, but because within it lies untapped strength. Each challenge you face is an invitation to become something greater. Will you accept it? 6. Lead with virtue, not ego. Marcus Aurelius held the reins of the most powerful empire on earth, yet he never allowed that immense authority to erode his character. He wore his crown lightly, understanding that true leadership isn't about exerting control over others. It's about cultivating discipline, wisdom, and moral strength within oneself. Power has a way of exposing a person's core. It can corrupt, inflating egos and distorting priorities. Yet Aurelius remained steadfast, guided by principles rather than pride, by duty rather than desire. In your own life, you may not rule an empire, but you do govern your choices, your actions, and ultimately your legacy. Will you let fleeting temptations dictate your path, or will you stand firm in virtue? Be honest, even when deceit seems easier. Speak with kindness, even when met with cruelty. Stay disciplined, even when no one is there to applaud your efforts. True strength isn't about bending the world to your will. It's about standing unshaken in the face of adversity. This isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. You will stumble, you will falter, but integrity is forged in the moments you choose to realign with your values. And when you do, you won't just earn the respect of others. You'll earn something far more valuable, self-respect. Because at the end of the day, the hardest person to fool is the one staring back at you in the mirror. Simplify your life. Marcus Aurelius lived in an empire overflowing with extravagance, gold-laden halls, feasts fit for gods, and a society obsessed with power and prestige. Yet despite having the world at his feet, he turned away from indulgence and chose simplicity. He understood a truth that many overlook. Wealth, status, and material possessions are fleeting. They dazzle for a moment but ultimately leave you empty. Instead of chasing excess, he devoted himself to his character, his relationships, and his duty. A life guided by purpose, not possessions. Fast forward to today, and distractions have multiplied 1,000-fold. Social media bombards us with curated illusions of perfection. Advertisements whisper that happiness is just one more purchase away. Endless entertainment numbs our minds, leaving us passive spectators in our own lives. But do these things truly fulfill us? Or do they only keep us occupied, distracted from what actually matters? To find clarity, you must cut through the noise. Simplify your life, not by renouncing everything, but by being intentional. Prioritize your health, your ambitions, and the people who uplift you. Remove what drains your energy without adding value. Imagine waking up to a life unburdened by unnecessary stress, where every choice aligns with your deepest values. That's the power of simplicity. When you strip away the excess, you don't lose, you gain. You create space for meaning, for peace, for the things that truly matter. Conclusion. Marcus Aurelius didn't become one of history's greatest men by accident. He did it through a daily routine that demanded discipline, focus, and relentless self-improvement. If you're tired of living a mediocre life, it's time to take action. Start today. Build your routine. Train your mind and body. Embrace discomfort. Lead with virtue, and remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every small step you take builds momentum. Every challenge you face makes you stronger. Every day you have a choice, to live like a worm or to live like a man who rules his world. The choice is yours. If you're ready to level up, hit the like button, subscribe, and let's get to work. Until next time, stay strong.